Good evening, my friends. Starting off crooked. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rockstar, and the captain of the 2K club, and the realest, finest, handsomest, and the bearded list driver on YouTube. And all right. So I got a little inspired after my last video I put out this morning, comparing the flat surge to the old surge with a few trips, right? And I was like, you know what? Okay, I just like to know as much as I can. All right. And I personally feel in the rideshare game, I've said this before, one of the big reasons I have my channel is because a lot of drivers will complain first and research later, right? You guys, you'll see these changes coming through the apps, and you're just like, well, this is going to completely fuck up my earnings. This is going to do this. This is going to everything. I've seen it so many times before on on UberPeople.net, on the Facebook groups, on everything. Oh, this is gonna kill demand. This is gonna kill earnings. This is gonna affect this. This is gonna affect that. Um, it's always the same. It's always the same thing. Every single thing the apps do will somehow kill earnings. It's gonna slash your earnings. It's where there's no money to be made out here. Never, never again, right? And I think unless Chicago is its own bubble where we're the only market in the country where drivers are still making money, that in San Francisco, I just don't think it's true. I just don't see how that's possible, right? So when the flat surge came to Chicago, after a couple weeks of experimenting with it, and I know these words have really riled up the Uber haters of the world, where some of you said this would cost me subscribers when I said I am unaffected by the flat surge. I said that without doing what I just did today, without researching every single surge ride and comparing that to the multiplier. I did it on every single ride. And I have to offer one retraction for my video from today. Someone said I did not multiply the base fare. And to be completely honest with you, I didn't know the base fare was multiplied. So I went ahead and changed it, and yeah, I multiplied the base fare. I think I forgot in the first three or four rides from today. So, yeah, if we want, we'll add a little bit to the total a little later. But I just think honestly, um, if you treat rideshare like a business, which you should be doing if you want to have any level of success in this game, you have to audit your own business. You have to take a close look at it. Don't just be like, okay, I made this much money. That's it. No, if you really want to know if you're doing this well, you should be looking at your trips. And if you have the flat surge, compare to the old surge. Compare the rates. If it's not beneficial for you, if you're not making the money you think you should be making, or you feel like the treatment is unfair, then if you've taken a good look at it, and it literally seems like you are a servant, or it's not a fair partnership that Uber's taking you for a ride, Uber and Lyft are taking you for a ride, then you should just stop driving. Simple as that. If you're taking a close look at everything and you're realizing that, this isn't so bad of a deal. Maybe I wasn't too negatively impacted by the flat surge. Then like that's the thing. If you do this well and you enjoy it and you're making good money and you feel like you're operating on a level playing field with the apps, which we're not all of us are, guaranteed. I know some of you guys don't drive in great markets. Some of you don't get the right promos. It sucks. It sucks. Some of you have every reason to complain. Some of you don't. Okay, like Chicago drivers, you guys bitch and moan a lot, and we're gonna take a close look at every single. I looked at every single ride, every single one that was surged this week. It was like 60 of them. This took over an hour. This took like an hour and 25 minutes to do this. To go to every single ride and calculate it, and it was a fucking nightmare. So these are the ones from earlier today. I didn't calculate the multiplier on the base fare, so we'll just add like $3 to the total. So I went through every single one, right? This was starting here. This was Monday, right? So as you see there, 31.94. This one definitely multiplier would have been much better. Yeah, because that one was not multiplied, that ride. So if you guys want, you can take a closer look at these later. But I did this for every single ride that was surged this week. It was maybe 40 rides. I did all that and I counted everything up. Took a good long minute, multiplied every single one. Really got in there. I like to be analytical, guys. I like to take a close look at what's going on. I don't like to just talk on my ass like other YouTube channels, you know, like dropped out of journalism school. All right, coming up close to the end here. My group chat always distracting in the video. So there you go. That's all of them. All right. Now, let's cut to the chase here. All right. So if you guys want to go ahead and add like maybe $4 to the multiplier side, please do. But this is the total of everything added up, every surge ride, and every surge ride if it was multiplied. So the flat surge on flat surge rides, I made $345.21. On the multiplier, like I said, I didn't add the multiplier to the base fare from 4 of those rides. So if you want to add like $4 or $5 to it, go ahead. So that would have been $352.30. So a grand total of, was that $7? Okay. Let's go back in time. Some of you kept on asking me what I felt about the flat surge, and I said I'm not a fan. But I said I am relatively unaffected by the flat surge. I said that as the opinion of someone who's behind the wheel of a car 70 hours a week. And I said my earnings did not swing in one direction or another. Now, like I said, the difference between in 1 week, and this isn't reflective of every week. I didn't do that many airport rides this week. Definitely on longer rides, like airport rides, where you're taking a gamble where if the ride gets multiplied or not. The swing would have been much bigger. I know, in favor of the multiplier. The multiplier I definitely would have made more with the multiplier. But this week, I didn't get that many airport rides that were surged. So on this week, with 40 hours on the app on Uber, the difference between the multiplier and the flat surge was $7 whole. So again, I'm going to say this, and I know you guys are going to jump down my throat because you're going to hear what you want to hear. I am relatively unaffected by the flat surge. It's a sad truth for many of you to accept, but it is the truth. You can go ahead and, please, if you want to, go through every single screenshot I just showed you and add them up yourself. And you'd be like, holy shit, Gio's right. He's unaffected by the flat surge. So, I think the driving community, instead of bitching and moaning and complaining and being the victim all the time, take a good long look at your own numbers. Compare and contrast. Do some work. Do some research on your own. And if Uber's taking you for a ride, if Uber and Lyft are taking you for a ride, it's time to get out of the game. Right? If you were making $500 on the multiplier before and $300 with a flat surge, then Uber's taking advantage of you. Get out of the game. Okay? If you were making, I mean, it's all up to you. If you feel like the $7 swing is too much for you, time to move on. Right? Because guess what? Complaining will not do anything. How many protests and strikes and all that shit have actually achieved anything up to this point? None. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the complaining, guys. I'm tired of the belly aching. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't fix anything. You're wasting your breath. You're wasting your time. Right? If you feel that horrible, if you feel like this is such a negative impact on your life, then move on and do other things. That's really all I gotta say, guys. Take a good look at your earnings, compare and contrast, audit your earnings, take a look at your fares, take a look at the flat surge with the multiplier, and then make that choice. Yeah, that's all I got for this one. This took me an hour and a half. I'm not doing this every week. I'm not doing this every fucking week. I'm doing this one time. And I think it's valuable information. And this is not in defense of the flat surge. This is me taking a closer look at the effect of the flat surge on my earnings. And for this past week, $7 is what I lost. When some of you are saying, "Oh, I mean, it's gonna kill your earnings. I went from $40 an hour to $15 an hour because of the flat surge." You know, those of you, because one of you trolls who I blocked, one of you said you were making $35 an hour and now you're barely making 20. That means you can't drive worth a goddamn. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's not the surge. Maybe it's you. All right. Yeah, guys, you can't always. What's it like always being a victim? Stop being the victim. Take control. Take control. Take it. It's right there. All right, guys. Yeah, that's all I got. I still gotta do my. I still gotta audit my earnings from all this week, so I'll be posting that. I'm gonna post all this on Instagram. This is the only time I'm doing it, so you guys check out my Instagram. I share my earnings and my. I break down my fares and everything like that, and I think it's good info. I'm the only one doing it. So if you guys want to see what it's like, how you know, the percentages work, how much Uber and Lyft take, or how much they keep from what they charge the passengers and all that stuff. I do it to show you guys the impact, like, on me, you know, and yeah, that's all I got, guys. I want to thank y'all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy, enjoy your MLK day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.